I can't see and it's beautiful. Then you all over me, fill me abundantly. Only you're molding me. Show me there's more to me. I do not understand. What do you see in me? Only you're molding me. Show me there's more to me. Show me there's more to life.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get into this Dallas vlog from my previous birthday when I went with my boyfriend. Of course, we started off at the airport, and this airport was actually really nice the day that we went. We came in on a Thursday and we left on a Sunday. So we got our bags in pretty good timing. Here we are just walking through, and we're about to get picked up by one of my boyfriend's friends to show us around a little bit before we're able to check into our hotel. If you really know me, you know that I love a cutesy little space. I just loved everything about how they crafted this beautiful half bathroom together. It was just so nicely put together. After we left their house, we ended up going to the local corner store to get a couple of things from there. And then we ended up heading to brunch at Nowhere. The overall vibe of this place was really nice. It's definitely a sports bar. They have the TVs at the front. I would just say the customer service wasn't the best. However, the food was really good and so were the drinks. At this point, we were really full and we had seen a lot already. We just ended up taking the rental car back to the hotel. We took a nap, we freshened up, we got ourselves together because tonight was the first night of us going to the state fair. Since we did get pretty full from brunch a couple hours prior, we really weren't hungry for too much. So we just decided to get these little mini tacos first. After that, we headed inside this huge cafeteria slash food hall with all of the food vendors that you could ever imagine. This was one of those nights where we just kind of just wanted to walk around and see what they had. We looked at so many stands, from sweets to savory things to really good brisket to drinks. Everything looked so good. So this was a night we just wanted to take our time and look around and see what all they had. If you know me, I love seafood, so I ended up getting these crawfish pies from this New Orleans place, and of course it was really good. After we left the food place, we ended up just going back outside to see what all they had. Of course, you have to see Big Tex. There he is in all of his glory. And then we just decided to stroll as much as we could until we were ready to go home. For our last stop of the night, we stopped at Heroes Lounge and we got 2 for $20 on this buffet style Caribbean food, and we enjoyed some live music. So we ended day one on a little chill vibe. Let's go ahead and get into day two, which started at brunch at Soiree Coffee Bar. This place was one of the most highly recommended brunch spots when I was researching Dallas, and it lived up to the hype. The customer service was great, the food was great, the atmosphere was great. Everything about it was so nice and so beautiful. The only thing was we weren't able to sit inside because of the capacity. However, it was still such a nice time. And at the end, the owner came out and talked to us. She was so personable. From there, we didn't want the vibes to end. Everything was flowing so great. These were my boyfriend's friends, and this was my first time meeting everybody, and they were so nice and so welcoming. So we ended up going to one of their apartments and just chilled out by the pool, had drinks, and just had a great time. So we did get a little lit while we were there. So after hanging out a little bit, we decided to go ahead and head back to the hotel for the night. We did see such a beautiful sunset on our way back to the hotel. This is a moment where we just wanted to enjoy the ambiance of the city, and I love the fact that there weren't too many cars on the road. To be honest, I don't even know the purpose of why I recorded these videos of myself, but let's just go ahead and wrap up day 2 and get into day 3. Day 3, here we are at the state fair again. We came earlier this time so that we can enjoy as much as we could in the daylight, and we could see so much more. So first of all, we ended up taking the DART from our hotel to the place. The DART train was super inexpensive, and it was such a good way to save extra money. Also, I did purchase tickets to the fair ahead of time on their website. I want to say it was only about $12 each. So we got through this line so quickly. And I always say Orlando could never, because our state fair doesn't look nearly as nice. It's not as big. And we would have been standing in that line for so long because it's always super packed no matter what day or night you go. Literally everything is bigger in Texas. Look at this space. There's just so much to do. All this walking space and all the beautiful scenery around is so nice. While we were walking around, right in the beginning of the fair, we came into this building and we didn't know what was going to be inside. So we just decided to step in, and we ended up seeing this Jeep experience. And of course, we wanted to do it. Once we got to the front, we got our wristbands, we signed our waiver, and it was our turn to experience the Jeep Bronco. Up until this very point in my life, I had never rode in a Jeep before. So I was just too hyped to get inside and see what exactly the Jeep was all about. And to be honest, it was a 10 out of 10 experience. I love everything about it. So what he did was he encouraged a lot of social media influencers to showcase small businesses, and there was a certain specific vegan place that he shouted out that we really wanted to try. They had a lot of comments and a lot of reviews underneath their page, so we really just wanted to see what they had. Along the way, for our search for this vegan place, we stopped at this market, which had, again, so many vendors, so many small businesses, and there were a lot of cool treats in there. But we just decided to get a bag of chips and keep it moving. After that, I wanted to taste some of this peach wine that we saw. So we went over here to this little corner and I found the place where they were having wine. And mind you, you have to use tickets when you come into the state fair. So I think this was 2 tickets. So we both got a little shot and we drank it, and it was so sweet and so good. We finally found the stand. Here it is right here in green. It's called Vegan Vibrations. And let me tell you, the people were not lying in those comment sections. This food was really good, a 10 out of 10. We ended up getting a vegan quesadilla, which came with its own side of chips and its little nacho cheese. Look, and you know what's good for real when we get nodding our heads and eating real quiet. 10 out of 10. These people were not new to this, they were true to this. They were doing some good promoting. So we ended up getting something from Cajun Swamp Treats. It was good, it was refreshing. That sun was hot, so we really needed that. There is just so much to see and so much to do at this fair. We just kept walking around and walking around and walking around. It was just a lot of ground to cover. But we needed a sweet, so we ended up stopping by Shug's and we got us a cinnamon roll. Listen, listen. You already know. This stand also had some great customer service, great energy. They had some really good drinks as well. I don't remember how many tickets it was, but it was really good.
I'm not putting you on there. We love it. We love it. We love it.
Also, on this post that Keith Lee did, I did see another vendor that they shouted out, which was this Cajun place that we came to last night for the crawfish pies. We just got this drink because the line was actually really long, but this drink was good. It's just like a regular fruit punch, and they put their foot in it. They know what they're doing. The last thing that we ended up eating was this giant slice of pizza, and then we headed inside for the horse show. This was a really beautiful show. It was well put together. It was a great experience also. Now that sun and them drinks wore us out, so we did go back to the hotel to freshen up and nap, and then we headed back out to Fusion Vibes, which was more of an African type of vibe. Now, it was a little vibe in there, but we had to turn it in for the night because the next morning we did sleep in a little bit. So by the time we got up, we were ready for lunch, which was at Canvas. Now, this is also a sports bar, so they had the game playing out there on a couple of TVs. We did get some food, which was pretty decent as well. We got some jerk quesadillas. This was a nice little seating area. And after a while, the DJ did set up and start playing some music. That was pretty much it for the rest of the day. I think we did go downtown and just walk around a little bit, but that was pretty much it. This trip was really nice. It was really chill. So I definitely plan on coming back to Dallas.